There's no male, there's no female. We are all loved. We are all capable of being loved. We are all lovable. We are to love. We're to love. That's what we're supposed to do. Now, in the context of Jesus living in the light, when we get together and talk about Jesus, we are supposed to be more capable of loving than we were before. After we take the Lord's Supper, it should enable us to love more than we loved before. Because if we are being selective about who we love, if we desire to hate anyone, any group, anywhere, if we are teaching hate, then we are not living in the light. Jesus came in the world because God so loved the world, the whole world, that He gave His only begotten Son. Everyone. Everyone. The ones that don't look like you, the ones that don't think like you, the ones that don't dress like you, the ones that go to churches with different names on them. You are to love. You are to love. But that's not what's going on in Asia Minor. There are some people that John says, and if you go back to, this is pretty fascinating, go back to 1 John chapter 2. He says, in verse 11, whoever hates his brother is in the darkness and walks around in the darkness. He does not know where he's going because the darkness has blinded him. Now, you don't usually hear about darkness blinding somebody, right? You hear blinded by the light. Have you ever heard that? You know, you look at somebody you can't see because, man, it was really bright. Here's somebody who's blinded by the darkness. So what in darkness can blind you? This is unusual, is it not? I think John wants us to reach out and say, whoa, wait a minute. What is it about walking around in the dark that blinds somebody? You ever been in the dark room, someone throws on the light? Remember your mom and dad said, close your eyes and turn the light on. Because it hurts, right? These people are living in the darkness on purpose. They are moving further and further away from the light. They are teaching hate. Whoever hates his brother is living in the darkness. And that darkness has blinded them. That means that the light makes no sense whatsoever. When Jesus, who is the light? When they look at Jesus, it makes no sense at all to them. And therefore, they would rather stay in the darkness. It's comfortable there. It's comfortable to be in the darkness. It hurts when that light comes on. It's easier to believe what you want to believe in the darkness, isn't it? And if you want to live in the darkness, and what we're talking about here is hating somebody. And we have trouble with the word brother because we want to say, well, who's my brother? Anyone. If you hate anyone, that becomes comfortable for you. It becomes familiar. And you don't want to really see what that person is like or what those people are really like. You would rather stay in the darkness. You don't want to see that they have feelings, they have struggles, they have beliefs. No. You want to believe what you want to believe about that person or those people. You want to stay in the darkness. And the darkness has blinded you. So here's some people who have come into a belief system somewhere that has Jesus incorporated in it somehow. Right? They're in the church. But they brought in their ideas and their teachings. And they are not the same as Jesus' ideas or teachings. And John says they're living in the darkness. And here's how you know. They're teaching to hate somebody. Hate them. Hate them. They're not us. They are not us. They are worthy of being hated. And they get comfortable with that. And they're comfortable with somebody telling them, you can love this person, but you have to hate this person. You can love this sex, but you have to hate this sex. You can love this group in socioeconomic status, but you have to hate this group. You can love the people who speak this language, but you have to hate the people who speak this language. You can love the people who look like this, who have this color skin, but you have to hate the people who don't look like that. And it becomes comfortable. And they become blinded by the darkness. Now, John said, you people in Asia Minor have some serious problems. You have some serious problems. You're willing to do away with Jesus having flesh, okay? Because it doesn't fit into your ideas, your philosophies of the world. You're willing to hate people when God is telling you to love people. You're willing to exalt some people and look down on other people. You're willing to push some religious leaders up there and say, oh, they know more than us. He says, you've got some serious, serious problems. Here's the answers to the problems. You live in the light. You look at Jesus. You look at Jesus. That's the answer. He is the light. The life of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and there's some people who want to stay in the darkness that don't comprehend it. It just won't make sense to them. Just keep your eyes on Jesus.
Amen.
Just keep your eyes on Jesus. And love. And love. And feel loved. And know love. And guess what he's going to define God as in this book? God is love. Amen. How do you come to peace? How do you wish for peace for people? You come to know that God is love. That there is nobody who's not to be loved. There's nobody who's not to be cherished. There is nobody that God made that is not to be loved.
Amen.
That's it. And as we take the Lord's Supper and we remember that He became flesh and He knows what that means, and as we take that little piece of bread and that little bit of juice and we remember that everybody is to be loved. Because that's what God is. And Jesus showed us that. And He is the light of the world. Okay. This morning we're going to take the Lord's Supper. First we're going to sing.